Hello, and welcome to a Planet Zoo video. Today, I thought I'd try something different when it comes to recording this game, and instead of just recording building habitats without speaking, I would actually record the whole process while speaking and try to make a bit more interesting of a product. I haven't recorded a video in a while, evident by my lack of uploading. So it's gonna be a little difficult for me to get used to speaking again. So I'm sorry if I sound even more awkward than I did before. Anyway, this is just a regular sandbox zoo. I was going to do a challenge zoo or like franchise zoo or something, but that kind of felt a little too stressful for a video, and I wanted to do something a little more laid back and chill. So I'm doing a sandbox mode. I did mess with the sandbox settings, obviously, to tailor make it to how I like to play sandbox. But I'm not going to go into detail with what I did. You'll see what I did if you care, but you probably don't, so whatever. I think we're in a taiga biome in Europe, not that that matters. So yeah, we're just gonna start work on an entrance way, I suppose. Now, I don't actually have any plans, which is probably the worst way to go about this. I'm gonna do this differently. But it's not that big of a deal. We'll figure it out. Power doesn't matter. Just want to place these elsewhere. So we can make a little more interesting of an entrance. Actually, I don't like that placement. We'll put it just a little forward, I guess, so we can make something a little more interesting. My main goal with this zoo is, besides just recording a video, is to make it a little more, is that elevated? To make it a little more, make my zoos more interesting and better built, and to use less workshop blueprints to make my own stuff, which I've made progress on my own, like on my own personal zoos. I've made a lot of progress with actually building my own stuff, but I want to make more progress. So, that's partly why I'm doing this. And I kind of just want to get used to recording again. You know, it's been a while, so might as well get back into the swing of things now that I can actually do it. Whoops, that's not any good. Okay. Oh yeah, I need spawners. It's been a while since I bothered to put this much effort into anything, so. I am forgetting a bit. I wish I could lock it. I don't know if there's a way to actually... Can I turn on? No, that would just do rotating. Okay, let's try to put these as straight as possible, but I'm not very good at that. What I had to do was move it while attached to this, I think. Move it with this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okie dokie. I think that's good. Oh, this is elevated. See, this keeps happening in my zoos for some reason. The spawners will be elevated higher than the actual ground. I have no idea why that's happening. I'm just going to ignore it because I do not feel like stressing about it. Paths in this game are a nightmare anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. We're just gonna make a little plaza, I guess, little entrance area. I don't know what my first animal will be. Again, I have not thought that far into this. Guess we can do kind of like this. And then we'll go around this way, maybe. I probably shouldn't align these bits to the grid because I want to make it bigger, so let's do this here. And since this is sandbox mode, I don't have to stress about everything being proper, I guess. And no, I still don't like that. We're just gonna deselect grid and do it manually. There, looks good. And biggest size, please. See? Why is that happening? Whatever. Oh yeah, I want to change the actual pathing. I don't know why I didn't do that first. That looks nice. We'll do this pathing. There's probably gonna be a lot of quiet times where I cut stuff out because of it. But, you know, I'll try to be as entertaining as possible, even though it's not that important for me to be entertaining. Might as well at least make people feel like they didn't waste that much of their time while listening to me. This is actually way too big. I don't know why I decided to go that big. I think 20 is about what I usually do. I just do big paths to avoid guest overcrowding because, well, I do have an okay laptop. It does lag when there's a lot of guests congested in one place, which I could probably deal with on my own, but I don't want to make you all put up with that. So I think that's, no, that is not even. That is even. Okay. Not knowing what animal we're gonna do kind of makes building out the spaces of the habitats kind of bad. Let's pick an animal. Pick two. We're gonna have two exhibits here, I think. I want something simple. Not anything too big. You're gonna notice, my biggest issue in this game is with measurements. I'm really bad with numbers. There's been a lot of times where I'll like build an entire enclosure and only realize after it's completely done that it's way too small for the animal that I picked, even though I looked at the measurements and I was pretty sure the measurements were right. It wasn't. We could do a badger. I know that some new DLCs for the game just recently came out. I have a lot of the DLCs. I don't have all of them, but I do have a lot of them, and I especially don't have the new ones. I know a new badger came with the Asian one, I think. The one that was just released. So that's interesting. But I don't think I'll be purchasing any more DLC for the game because I have all three of my favorite animals. And, like, that's it. We could do emus. Emus or ostriches. I think I like ostriches more than emus. I think. No, I like emus more. I think we'll do emus. So let's see what their 4,000, what's their speed? Okay, they can have up to 6 members. So we'll do 2. Need 5,000 feet. Okay, let's see if we can make that happen. We probably can. Let us see, and then this other side, that is not even at all. Is there a way to make that even? No? Okay, whatever. And then we'll just do the same on this side. Well, that side's even. What would I do here? No, it would have been like that. Okay, whatever. Let's put on a null barrier just so I can see the space here, and then we'll go from there. And I'm gonna have to hire some workers and put some staff buildings down, but I like to know where the habitats are gonna be before I put down staff buildings, even though it doesn't really matter that much in sandbox mode. This is what a lot of the game is, just finicking with barriers and whatnot. That's good, and that should ride just right along there, and this should ride just right along here. And voila. And they should be about the same size on each side, so we can place habitat. Oh yeah, see the whole entire path is elevated. I have no idea why, and I can't actually, let me make sure. I can't actually lower it. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. I can't actually lower, like, I'm pressing both the buttons. I can make it go up, I cannot make it go down. So I guess we're just gonna have elevated path, whatever. I have no idea what causes this. Paths in this game are very annoying. And I've just learned to accept it and to not fight it. At some point you just have to give up. You cannot fight the bad terrain in this, or the bad pathing in this game. Let me get rid of all this long grass. I'll add it back if the animals need it, but I really hate long grass. Even in habitats, like, I would like to see my animals, but the smaller animals get blocked by the long grass really bad. I usually have terrain requirements off for animals in sandbox mode. I think I have it on just to make this more interesting. What happened to the, didn't I put in a, yeah, I thought I put one in there. 9, yep, that's definitely enough. We could probably do 3 even. 4, 5. We'll do 3, just so we can have extra space for plants and such. And then we'll see how big that have to be. Is that in... Okay, that is in feet. It used to be in meters for a long time, and it was very confusing for me. So that just needs to be 4.1, and this is 6, so we can actually make this lower. And I'm gonna try to play with the null barriers, but I also do like working with the in-game built-in barriers. I know a lot of people don't, but I don't mind. I do not mind that. I use them sometimes. Okie dokie. And then here, I guess we can do just like a little entrance plaza with some buildings and such. And actually, I wonder, let's see real quick, since I do forget that we're not playing in any sort of challenge mode, so I might use the tour bus, or the bus spawner? No, hang on, that's my blueprint. I have no idea what it's called. Shuttle. How do you spell shuttle? That should be, okay, maybe it isn't called a shuttle bus. Or maybe it isn't even in this category, I have no idea. Transport rides, no. What else would it be in, though? It's the, spawner thing from the Europe pack. Here it is. Coach, yes. I like this spawner. We will do 2 coaches. Oh, we're gonna have to... Maybe we'll just do 1. How about that? 1 is fine. 1 works. Get rid of you. Boom. And then we'll actually move this. See this stupid tunneling shit? It's very annoying. We shall, move you here. And we're just gonna have to ignore it. It's not that big of a deal. I don't see it, you don't see it, none of us see it. Flatten it as much as we can. Boom. And then we'll put some rocks. Maybe some little no, the planters will be too obvious. We'll put some rocks down. Rocks. Let's find rocks at work. Too big. Just right. Too big. Just right. There we go. No one will know. Put a little couple around, make it look extra natural. Whoops, that is not how I meant to place that one. Look at that. That's see, you wouldn't even know that the path is fucked up. Wowee, and then I think we can change the color of this. We shall make it yellow. We will make a yellow bus. Boom. Yellow. And then I can get rid of all this. Split all groups and select and delete. Voila. Alright. I think this is a satisfying enough entrance for our zoo. I'll make it look prettier later on, or maybe I won't. Who knows? We'll see. If I ever actually care enough to put in effort. Or if it shall always be a little wonky looking. Okie dokie, back to what we were doing. We need a staff area, which I think we'll build... Where will we build the staff area? I guess it doesn't matter, because I think I have buildings bothering people off, so we can kind of put it wherever we want. But... I don't know if I... Well, no, because our animals do have welfare on. So they do need to be fed and stuff, so it does need to be somewhat strategically placed. Let's build maybe another equal path here outwards. Like another one this way, right? And then we'll build in another 2 habitats here. We'll do 4 in total. Or, yeah, 4. And then we can put the other stuff. Boom. Okay. It's very blocky, but whatever. And then we'll put the staff stuff over here. Why not? Look, it's perfect here. Alright. Let's get to work on the staff buildings, because... blueprints off. staff. We're gonna need more path than that. About that much, I think, is about right. I usually put a little more thought into where my stuff goes, but then we'll put quarantine right next to here so I don't have to wait forever. Get out of that so I can actually, staff room, put it over here so the staff can relax easy. And then we will put in, I hope I'm speaking loud enough, or I hope I'm speaking not too loud. It's been a, like I said, well, I think I said, it's been a while since I have recorded a video, so I'm kind of not in the best of, like, I'm not used to it anymore. And when I'm not used to speaking, it's quite difficult for me, but I think I'll get the hang of it again. What else do I need? Need a vet. I thought I put, no, that's the research center. Did I put on 2 research centers? I don't even need a research center, but whatever. And I need a keeper hut. Fair enough. I probably should have put that one close. Wait, no, wait, I can. There's space. You, here. No, get out of that mode. Yes, there we go. Okay. And then we will delete this path. And then we will delete all this extra path. Voila. Staff area built. Not the greatest layout for a staff place, I'll admit, but really, when is there ever a perfect layout? I don't think I've ever made a perfect layout. Let us get some, for the entrance, I think we'll need an information center, which we're just going to do these and we'll make our own. For the shops, I think I'm going to use the food truck from the Europe pack. I really like the Europe pack and its build item, so I think that's kind of what we're going to use in this zoo. But for this, see, look at the stuff that's happening. That's so annoying. Why does it happen? Oh, this game. This game drives me nuts. But it's fine. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. I want to enjoy myself. I don't want to, did it just... No, I didn't. Sometimes it switches to the free look camera. I probably hit a key that makes that happen, and it's very annoying. I really do hate it. And we can build... we can build a little place for this. What can we use for the buildings in this zoo? Sorry if my voice cracks. I haven't spoken like this in a long time. So it's kind of bound to happen. I kind of like the corrugated metal. I don't know if you can change it. I don't know if it's, oh, it is FlexiColor. Okay, I think FlexiColor means you can change its color, which is useful for me. And then we can put this here, and then do this. And I think we're gonna have a yellow color palette for the zoo. Actually, we're gonna do that to hide that stuff there. I think we're gonna do a yellow color palette for the zoo. That's something I've started doing recently, is like making palettes for the zoo. So like my one zoo has a pink palette, pink and black palette. My other one has a green one. This one I'm going with yellow. I was gonna do green, but like I literally just did green in my last zoo, and I don't want to do that again. So not that it matters. I guess you guys wouldn't know that I did green unless I didn't tell you, which I did. So that's on me, I guess. Damn. Maybe I should have shut up. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Beautiful. I will admit, I'm pretty damn bad at building in this game. Do not expect a very nice building experience. You're gonna see me fumble a lot. I mean, you've already seen me fumble with the paths being raised, and I can't lower them, and I have no idea why. This game just hates me, I guess. Hang on, I have to split the groups to actually do what I want to do. I learned yesterday how to actually fix this. Also, can you get in there, sir? I sure hope so. I have no idea where that staff member went. Oh well. I'm sure he'll make his way back. Not that it matters. Okay, there he is. Anyway, not that it matters. We don't have to make profits or anything. I just care about making the animals happy. And then we can go from there. Why, oh why, must you not? Oh, that bus is very loud. Let me merge. So, can I merge anything into a group together? No? I'm gonna have to do this manually, hand by hand. Oh my goodness, this game drives me nuts. I fixed it last time. This is how I fixed it last time, and I guess the fix isn't working. So we must prevail and pray to God that this looks okay, because I have to do it manually. It means it's gonna look like shit. Oh man. I despise building stuff in this game. It's really horrible. There's grass inside. I guess I gotta put something down there for that. Which I guess we'll do more of this. No, actually, we should do maybe... What is this? I guess we'll do a concrete floor, or maybe a wooden floor, actually. Wood floor. Is it called flooring? Well, that's kind of neat looking. Is this actually, like, the same size? Like, hang on, driftwood. Drift. Ooh, I actually really like this fence. I like both these fences. Oh, this is the window, never mind. I like these fences. I could use this fence. I think I have escaping off. I could use this for the emus? Is that what I picked out? Or the ostriches? I don't know if I picked out emus or ostriches. Well, emus, okay. This is kind of a cold climate for the emus. I might real quick turn off temperature need. If I can find a temperature need. Yes, this really is not a good climate for emus, I'll admit. I think this zoo's in Finland, that's where I placed it on the map. Emphasis on think. I am an American. I don't know my geology very well. Or my geology. My, geography very well. I think that's how you say it. What even is geology? Isn't that the study of, like, gems and rocks and stuff, and minerals? Like, minerals and rocks and stuff, I think? Geology, because it sounds like geode, I think. I don't know. I'm not very smart. Just trying to find stuff to talk about while I'm doing all the boring stuff in this game. I don't know why the grass isn't... Oh, it's because it's elevated, that's why. This elevation stuff really pisses me off, but... I will be calm. I will be zen. There is no problem here. It's just all wonderful. It's a wonderful game. I love this game. Woo! I really like this for, like, bridges. This African hut base thing. I like that. I like a lot of these pre-built fences. I wish that they were taller, though. If they made some taller fences, that'd be cool. Or if I could find some. I've, like, looked across the workshop. I've never been able to find, like, a fence set that I actually like. But then I'm trying to avoid doing those now, so... Fun. I gotta make everything myself. No more being lazy. I think this is FlexiColor. Yes, it is. And I'm pretty sure FlexiColor means you can change... Yeah, okay. And then I think you can change multiple things colors at once. Yes, you can. Good. So we'll just select all this stuff here. I probably should have done the bus yellow. And then we'll do the yellow of the bus, which I think is probably... See, these are the colors from my last zoo. Ooh, that is quite the bright yellow. Oof. Okay. That's not very appealing, I'm gonna admit. I think it would have been better with the lighter yellow, but... You know, yellow's happy, you know, it makes you smile. Totally doesn't just hurt your eyes or anything. Okay, bright yellow it is. I'm too lazy to fix it. And I should probably do the uniforms as well while I'm thinking about it. How do you change the... That's you change the uniform, so we'll give them a yellow uniform. It's the Piss Zoo. Yes, very, very nice. Or mustard. Well, at least if we make a... I think there's a hot dog stand in this game. If we make a hot dog stand, the yellow will be fitting. But it's kind of unappealing. It looked nicer on the bus, I'm gonna admit. It looks nice on the bus. It does not look nice as a whole building color. I think I'm gonna change it. I know. I probably shouldn't. Well, no, I probably should, actually. I don't want to, because of the slightest bit more effort it's going to take for me to actually, do I like the white, maybe? Like off-white? I do kind of like that. Okay. Then we need an info sign. Oh yeah, and I need to do the flooring, which I'm for some reason not doing very quickly. We will up, and then we can maybe do like what the hell is this? What is that? Some sort of reptile, a newt. Interesting. No. I always forget. They're called toilets in this game. I like go through. Oh, interesting. That's a new sign. I don't think that was there before. I haven't played in a while. Oh god, what was I saying? Hang on. I've forgotten. Couldn't have been that important if I forgot. Anyway, I want to do like, oh yeah, I can never remember what the toilets in this game are called. They're called toilets, but I cycle through every single name for, like, public, like, the thing that comes to my mind is restroom. Or, I guess it wouldn't be bathroom, because bathroom is, you know, like, in a house is a bathroom. Like, restroom, they're not called restrooms, they're not called, I don't know what they're, I don't think they're called restrooms in other countries, they're called something else. They're not called that. They're called toilets, and I can never remember that. I can never remember that that's what they're called. Anyway, we're gonna do, like, some signs for this stuff. I don't know if... Oh yeah, that's for the truck. Burger sign. Ooh, light up burger sign, hell yeah. And then people can go get their, food and... Ooh, neat. Soda? Is that what it is? I have no idea what it's called. Does that light up? Yes, it does. But that doesn't matter. It's... What's this called? Oh, it's from the Europe pack. Of course it's from the Europe pack. I love everything from the Europe pack. Like, these are really nice. This is very nice. This is very nice. Oh, the newt is from... No, never mind. Salamander's from the pack. Never mind. Forget me. We can give this guy a candle. Ooh. Bam. Candle. Ain't that fancy. Oh, there's a candle holder. I really do love the Europe pack. Not European pack. Maybe it's called the European pack. I thought it was the Europe pack. No. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll give him a fan in there. You can't see it, but, you know. I don't know why the bottom half of this is still yellow. I guess it just wants to be yellow. That's fine. Actually, we could make the flooring yellow. Let me see. Oh, did that copy the fan with it? It did. I want this. Oh, now you decide you want to be that. Okay. Can I go down? Thank you. I am very bad with controls in this game. I'm going to place this in the floor, and I'm going to make the floor yellow to match the roof being glitched out. I think it's a glitch. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. There. And then we'll just place this throughout in here and call it a day. And then we need to make all this yellow, because I really do need to be getting on to the actual animal enclosure. So after this, I might stop and focus on doing the animal enclosure if I get this little entrance building done. And then we will make it yellow, more appealing yellow. It doesn't really look like yellow, but whatever. That is not the same color at all. What is happening? Hang on, wait. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Literally no one's ever going to see it. It does not matter. But yeah, I do like the Europe pack. I wish I could find more stuff. There's a milkshake. That's not... I thought they had, like, a bottle. We could do Europe animals for the entrance, I guess. I don't really know what, I love these stained glass windows. I could maybe put some of these on the side. I do kind of regret doing the corrugated stuff now that I'm looking at it, but whatever. It's gonna be ugly, but you know what? Literally, who gives a shit? Hee hee. Salamander. We could actually put this on the inside, maybe. And then one on the outside. Just to sort of tie it all together, and then we'll do that on this side. Oh, neat. You see all of them together. That's actually really cute. I'll put this one here. And then we're going to put it on the inside as well. Just sort of connect it through. It's not going to line up perfectly, but again, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Really? Really, no. I don't even know. I think this is going on the right side. Oh, I think I'm gonna change this shit. God damn it. I'm gonna cut, like, a lot of this out. Also, this might be a multi-day recording. It does take me a while to play Planet Zoo, and my computer gets quite a bit hot while playing the game. So I like to give it breaks, which means this might be a multiple recording session video, which is the first time I've ever done anything like that. So it probably is good practice to... Actually, no. That isn't the only time I've ever done it. But it's the first time I've ever done it seriously. And because of that, I think I'm going to, I might, like, just do, like, a multi-recording session. And then we can stitch it all together in editing. I need this to block that off. Hang on, wait. You must hide my mistakes as best as you can, my friend. Hide it away. I don't hate this, actually. I do really like this brick wall. Bam, bam, whoops. Bam, bam. And you know what we can do? We can take this here, right? And then we can put in, I think this would work, right? And then we're gonna get the toilets, right? Toilet block. And see, can I put this in here? Yes. Cool, it can be a multifaceted building. Nice. And then we'll try to color match this, I guess. Do gray. Yeah. And then we'll make the flooring white. We can do damaged walls. I'm gonna do more brick. Europe. No? That's not what it's called? Oh yeah, I just typed in Europe wall, didn't I? Wall clock? That could be cute. Here is the time. And then I want to do an upper section. Basically. I'm gonna take my time, I'm not gonna rush. I can cut all the dead shit out. The silence and stuff, I can cut that out. Alright, we're gonna lower this down into the ground and begin placing. Every which way. Cover the flooring, cover the flooring, cover the flooring. Oh nice, it covers that up, that's kinda neat. And then we need to do up on the roof. And it's not going to let me do it properly, but let's see if copying. Okay, copying is what I have to do. Alright. Now we are going to take the wall, and we're going to put the wall on the roof. And then we're going to copy it. We're going to copy it. We're going to copy it. Thank you. And then we're going to build, and whoops, we're going to build an upper section here. Isn't this cute? Look at me actually putting effort into something for once. I'm only putting effort because I want to impress people. My amazing building skills. Even though building in this game is like a nightmare for me. I really do hate it. Well, I don't hate it. I do enjoy it. It's just that when I'm doing it on my own, I don't do it. What animals are there? Lynx, ibex, deer, badger. We could do 2 badgers, because I think I'm going to include the badgers. Actually, it would probably be better to... actually, maybe neither of those. What is this? Oh, just a wall decoration, okay. Alright. We'll do this up here. Cute, and then we'll do... you. I want something else facing the middle. Do the badger. You. Nice. And then back here we can do... we did the lynx. We'll do the center one here. And then you can actually, like, put... Oh, maybe that's what this is for, to, like, line these. That's really cute, actually. I like that. I love this pack so much. I'm so glad I spent money on it. It wasn't when I first got the game. I dropped like a good amount of money on the DLCs first off, like off the bat, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna buy any more DLCs. And the Europe pack was not a part of the ones that I purchased. Um, I purchased that at a later date when I realized, I do really like the way the build stuff looks. I was worried I'd purchase it and then I wouldn't actually use it because, I wouldn't. I mean, half the damn time I don't use the shit I buy, so I'm very cautious. Let's just say when I buy stuff. So but I've used this in like almost all of my serious builds. I always use the Europe stuff. It is quite literally my favorite pack, I think. Just for the build stuff. I don't know about the animals. The badger's cool. I use the deer a lot. I think I use it too much, if I'm honest. But I like the build stuff, and that alone makes it worth the amount I paid. Now we're gonna do, we're gonna do toilet sign. Male, female, I guess that means it's unisex. Aren't all the toilets in this game unisex though? There. And then we can actually put a sign in the front end. Has it done? See, it switched to free look. There must be a key bind that does that I just am like unaware of. I'd love to get it to stop. And then maybe we'll do pointing, maybe? No. Yes. Rotate it. And we'll change the zoos. I don't know if I can actually change the color. You cannot change the color? Nope. Nope. Oh, that's cute. It's like those sticks that the teachers use. Well, I don't know if they still use them, but they did when I was little. And they would point up at the whiteboard with a finger on a stick. I have no idea if they even have a use for those anymore. I don't know. I need an arrow. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. See? I can figure shit out eventually, and then we'll do it like this. And we'll move this here. Bam. And then we'll color this to be... Let's do blue. Blue's a fine enough color. Very light blue. Oh, that can stay a dark color, and then the light color can be blue. Boom. Alright, now people know they can go piss there, and then here we will put an arrow. And then we'll make a little food court here, maybe. Or maybe we'll bump it out and make more, like an actual court for food. And then we'll do burger. Burger. But we'll do, that's way too small, never mind. Is there like, chief beef maybe? Chief beef sign that's like a reasonable size? Chief beef, and then maybe a gulpy. What about the dino? Is there a big one of the dino? No, the dino's only tiny. Okay, cringe. Soda is... Wait, who makes the water? I feel like, yeah, okay, it's Pip Shot. That's what makes the water. There. Bam. What's the Street Fox coffee sign? Oh, it's just a coffee, okay. No, it's not that important. Okay, and let's get some roof piece to go here. To go on this level here. Bam. And then we will copy. We'll copy. Cute. There's one thing that I can't build in this game, which is the roofs, like using roof pieces, like this stuff. I just cannot wrap my head around it. I can't. The only game that had like building mechanics that I've ever played was The Sims 4. That has very different roofing mechanics than this. Obviously. there are pieces, whereas in The Sims you just drag and it automatically places a roof for you. So it is a little difficult for me to actually to build roofs, so I just don't bother. I don't like doing it, so all my buildings, they look like this. They're just bricks. But maybe one day I'll put in the effort to learn. We need some benches. I think we'll do the Europe bench. Maybe this one. I don't like the metal benches because I know that'd burn the fuck out of your legs if that was real. And I'd like my guests to be comfortable. Twilight bench? No, we're not making a haunted park. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with just the basic European bench. I think this is like the default stuff. And it's already a color that kind of matches everything, so I don't have to worry about that. And then we'll just place a couple around here. Well, actually, that would be viewing a enclosure, so one shouldn't go there. And then we'll put one on this end. Boom. And then we'll put some trash. Nope, they're called bins. Excuse me, bins. There we go. And we will use the, let's see. I do like the Oceania bin, but it definitely does look like something you'd find on, like a dock or a pier or something, so not really that useful. Same with the barrel. I really like the barrel one. Actually, that's European, but it still looks like something you'd find, like a style of trash bin you'd find on, like, some sort of pier or something. But I think I might use this. Since it is part of the Europe pack, and I'm starting to suspect that the theming here is going to be European, even if our animals aren't. Obviously, I've never been to a European zoo, so I don't know what kind of animals they have there. I don't think it's that different. Like, I remember watching, a review for, like, all the packs to, like, figure out which one you should buy when, like, I first started playing. And the point that the guy brought up was if they're, like, common animals in your zoos. And I was like, well, that's not really a very good point, because, like, sure, yeah, some zoos, like, in America will have moose, will have beavers, and, like, you probably won't see those. Well, maybe, I don't know if moose, I don't think moose are in Europe. But, you won't see those animals in a European zoo, sure, but, like, most animals between, like, an American zoo and a European zoo, they're, like, the same animals. Like, you have elephants in a European zoo, and you have elephants in an American zoo. You have, giraffes in a European zoo, you're gonna have giraffes in an American zoo. So that point didn't really make sense to me, because I'm like, well, everything. Like, there's very little difference, I think. I may be wrong. I may be completely wrong. Maybe there is a really big difference between how European zoos pick their animals and how American zoos pick their animals. I have no idea. Well, I should probably clarify, United States zoos. Not just zoos in all of America. Like, both continents. I have no idea. I assume zoos in Canada. If there is a difference between European and American zoos, Canada and American zoos would have like the exact same animals. Because it's the same continent. They would at least have the same animals that I've seen. Because, you know, I'm from up north. I've always lived relatively north in America. I did live in Missouri for a while, which I think is more southwest, maybe? Like a southern, not really a southern country. It's not a southern country. But it's a little westy, I guess. It's dry. It's hot-ish. It's probably not the hottest. I have very little memory um of Missouri. I'll admit I don't remember. Even though I lived there for a good while, I have like no memory of the place for good reason. Which I'm not going to get into because this isn't the time or place for that. But my memory is admittedly lacking. I need these to be even, so I'm just gonna put them in the middle. And that should sort of make them appear even. Good enough. Alright. And then we'll change these benches, which I think I can change them all at once, maybe. No? Okay. I do like this yellow, though. I guess just not for, like, yellow is not for a whole building, I guess, but we'll alternate between the teal and, well, I guess maybe it's turquoise. The turquoise and yellow. cute. Okay. Yeah, I think that's alright. I'm gonna get rid of these fences, because, well, actually, see, I do like them. They're not actually in the ground. I do like these fences, but, you know. I think I'm gonna try to build something custom. Unless I give up, and then I'll build, then I will build just with the normal barriers. I'll just give up. We're gonna need some staff members. We'll need a caretaker. We'll need security. I mean, we don't really need it, but I'll get it anyway. Vet and an educator. Boom. Okie dokie. Staff facilities are definitely far, but I don't think they can quit, so. Haha, you can't quit. You're stuck with me forever. Oh, sped up. Let's slow down. Alright, let's see. Do I feel like just being lazy and using this fence? No. An emu could step right out over that. That's not very realistic. Okay. Let's save. YouTube Zoo. I know, I'm very creative with my zoo names, aren't I? I'm gonna make a work zone, and then we'll put everything in it. And then I'm not gonna name it. I never name my work zones. I never get zoos big enough for it to be a problem. And then we shall put everyone in this work oh, this work zone. I am losing my voice. I need a drink of water. I do like the Arctic stuff for building walls, I've learned. Like, custom barriers. I just think stuff that gets used looks nice. So we're gonna see what we can put together. I did something similar with my last. Actually, I might have a blueprint saved. Let me see if I have it saved. Let's see. Blueprints. Can you sort by your own? My blueprints. Yes, you can. Yes, this. See? I built this in my last zoo. I was quite proud of it, but it doesn't fit the vibe. I've built this shelter, which I might actually use. Ugh. Oh, angle snaps on. We'll use this shelter. I didn't save the last shelter I built, but I think that's fine. We'll use that shelter for them. I have this rope fence that I built that could be usable. There's a second one. Oh, it's just really short. Okay. Mesh fences, I guess. Oh, this is a starting layout that I saved and then I never used. This, I think, was supposed to be used like this, and it works as, like, shade for guests. That, or it was the other way around. It was supposed to work for shelter for an animal. I thought oh, yeah, never mind. I already showed you. This could be usable. Although I don't think it's supposed to be set up like that. I don't know. You know what? No, we'll do everything custom. I don't want to delete those trees. I'm gonna do everything custom. I'm gonna do everything custom. And I'm gonna give... I like to give all animals a watering hole. Just because I think it's cute. So we'll give... That's way too big for the birds. Is it about to storm? Is that what that noise is? Oh, it's snowing. Lovely. I'm going to change this to be, cloudy. No clouds. There we go. I was looking for a sun icon. I thought sun, because I can't see with the snow on. That's gonna kill the YouTube bitrate. Maybe we'll pick an animal that likes water quite a bit. Oh, it's shaped like a heart. Adorable. We're gonna make it daytime so I can actually see. And will that pause the time? Yes, it will. Good. Make that a little more interesting. And then we need to get to work on the fencing. That's right. I am getting a tad bit distracted. I will not lie to you. I really wish I could figure out the roofs, though. I really want to figure this out, you know? Like, there's that. That's cute, whatever. I can put this here. That's cute, whatever. But, like, what do I do for, like, that little gap there? That's what I've always struggled to figure out. What do I do for the gap? Is there, like, a piece that I can put there? Or what? Like there. Wow, cute, adorable. So now if I do, European wall. Is there anything that could, like, fit there? Like, does this fit there? Oh, it does. Okay, well, I guess that's how you do it. Well, shit. And then I think we'll actually exit the group and split you from group so I can move you independently, and then we'll move you forward. And then we will move you because I think you'll snap right into place. You will. Well, I kind of like it with the indent there, a little bit sticking out. Okay, so I guess I can figure it out. Well, damn. So much for being a complete idiot, eh? Yeah, sure. We'll do a roof then. I believe I was doing the Arctic roof. Yes, I was, and I think this one will match here. And a little bit sticking out will match the front there. And I do believe this is actually supposed to be inset, like inset into the thing, but it just doesn't seem to want to inset. Oh goodness, look at that spin! What the hell was that? Oh, that actually is flashing. Let me actually turn nighttime and see what that's neat. I wish it wouldn't kick on like that. It scares the shit out of me every time. That is very loud. I will not hover near there. Spare people's ears. Okay, I need to focus. Stop getting distracted, damn it. Focus on the fucking roof. No, don't. No, not the roof. Not the roof. Don't focus on the roof. The roof is not what needs to be focused on. The barrier. Oh my goodness. No. Barrel. Yes. I will put an oil barrel in their enclosure. No. No. I don't want to use the Hasman Bane by me. I don't even know why I'm looking at them. I'm not going to use them. I do really like this. Okay, so mesh. Let's do mesh. Let's do a mesh fence. How about that? Right? And then we're going to get some sort of log. Sort of pillar or log. I'm actually going to sit back against this wall here. It's probably going to make my voice sound echoey, but who cares? I wish to be comfortable, as my back is starting to hurt sitting like that. And then we will pull you down there. Boop. Pull you here. Boop. Nice. Then we shall find something small. I kind of want to lay across the top there. So like here, and then we're gonna rotate them this way. That way, be relatively straight. And I don't think many people are going to actually watch this video, but if you do and you want to recommend other animals to put in the zoo, feel free. Because I'm really bad at picking animals. I just never know what I want. We'll check. Yeah, okay, good. And then what's the longest? The longest one actually fits. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, feel free to comment them. Feels kind of dumb asking that, but I don't know. Maybe more than 2 people will see this video and someone will feel inclined to give a suggestion. Which would be very polite. I don't think that's going to match perfectly on each side. Just nothing too big for these next sections, just because I think each... oh yeah, I can't see. There's no barrier there, dumbass. There's a barrier here. It's about 8,000 feet. Give or take. Maybe 9,000 without the water, I don't know. And then this might be a little bigger. So, nothing... I don't know the size of it, but I know the bigger animals need like 10,000 plus. Like the doll sheep. Oh, never mind. What animal needs a lot of space? Dingoes. I think predators need a lot of space. Like big cats and such. So don't recommend any of those, I guess. Or do. I don't know, maybe I'll put them in a different section of the zoo. Now emus have blue heads, right? So I guess we can make this blue to sort of match along with emus, or maybe we'll use this blue from the benches just to sort of tie it all together. This... No, I'm not feeling this. I'm really bad at this stuff. Let me actually look up an actual zoo's thing real quick. I'm gonna pause the recording and hopefully remember to start recording after this. Okay, I do believe I'm recording again. I've gotten some ideas very quickly. Didn't take me very long, but just I might get the animals in here real quick. I might buy the emus so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing with them. Emu, we'll buy a male. I just think I have breeding off, so it doesn't really matter. Buy a male and a female, and then maybe another female, just because kind of useful. And then we will put all these guys in quarantine. Not really important, but I do think I have illness and oh yeah, because I do have welfare on. Never mind. And animal. Oh, that whole thing got deleted. Oh, that's all connected. That's why. Okay, hang on. Thank God I noticed that. Thank God. Oh my goodness, I would have been pissed if I didn't notice that. Okay, now that's on its own, right? Okay. I did notice a very loud sound when I deleted it, and I think it makes different sounds based on what you delete. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to make some sort of rope sort of thing. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe we can try, like, this is gonna take a minute, but, like, pulling this whole thing back, right? Everywhere, and then doing some sort of, basic chain link fence. I'm probably not gonna do it for these animals, but, for, like, the bigger animals, do, like, a double barrier, to where all I have to use is, like, the basic one here, like, one of these. And then doing another, like, custom one in front of it. So that's kind of what some zoos do. I would probably pick the steel mesh. Steel mesh is like my favorite one. That's probably what we're gonna do for that, but not for this one because you don't really need that much protection from emus. Even if you got attacked by one, it's not gonna gut you alive or anything. So we'll do this, and we'll make this very low down to the ground. Right. And then maybe we'll do European and see if there's any sort of, like, useful stuff for that. Like, this is not terribly useful. No. Maybe. No. Cute little banners. I'm getting distracted again, oh well. Oh, it might be cute to put some sort of banner here. It actually matches with our color scheme very well. Neat. We'll put, whoa, that's really pretty. No, that isn't. I hate that pattern. Ugh. Gross looking. We will put down nothing in here. This isn't where we need to be focusing. I was thinking maybe using some wall pieces, if there's like this here. Alright. And then maybe doing like here, putting this here and putting this down real low. And grabbing the mesh. And moving the mesh onto here. And then pushing it down real low. And then selecting these two things and merging them into one. And then that should be okay. And then actually we'll probably make this lower. Like that, right? And then that'll probably need something to sort of round it out. I don't really know what to use for that. Maybe this. Maybe this wouldn't hurt. Like that. And then if it's flexi-color, I don't know if it's, yeah, it's flexi-color, cool. We will, scoot it this way. Oh, it's gonna stick out one side, that's fine. And then we can try to match, that color, which I do believe you can, do, yeah, you can use a wheel. And, let's actually make it where the sun's hitting this so I can actually see what, there we go. Pause. And then we will see if we can sort of match these colors. A little lighter. There. That works. And then that's kind of cute. And then we can, I like how the mesh goes invisible. Because I think it's a 2D object on a 3D plane, which kind of causes some issues. Wait, we'll push this down there. And then it can sort of be like a ridge outwards, so like guests can maybe lean on it to, I don't know, fuck with the animals. makes guests more interested or something. And I do think I have escaping off, I think. Let me actually make sure, because I don't want to mess that much with the barriers. I'm not that picky with them. If you have escaping off, I do believe that they just will not leave even, like, null barriers. So that there's, yeah, okay, so if this is off, doesn't matter where I place it, they will not go out of their habitat boundary. I think. That's how that works. I'm hoping that's how that works. And then we can just copy along here. Create a lovely little area. I don't know why it came so forward like that. And then down, and hopefully it lets me multi-place. Yes, but it will have me drag, which is a little annoying, but whatever. Not the end of the world, is it now? Nope, it is not. Lovely, isn't it? And this is why you make custom barriers. Although this isn't the best custom barrier, I'll admit. It's better than, I think it's better than the base game stuff. I mean, it might not be better. I'm told that it's better to do it this way. I don't mind using the in-game barriers, but everyone else does, so I must follow what the other people do if I wish to please the Planet Zoo community, or whatever, even though I'm not really a part of it. I like to watch videos, and I like to play the games. The game, singular. But I don't know anyone who plays the game besides myself. I've never met a single person who plays this game. Not once. I don't even know how I knew of its existence to buy it, but I knew when I got a computer it was one of the first games that I wanted. Because I only got a computer relatively recently. And, of course I was, thinking of games to buy, and I remembered this one existed, and I was like, oh yeah, I did want to get that zoo game, didn't I? So I had to find what it was called, and purchase it, and then I saw all the DLCs, and I was like, oh lordy, this is gonna... let me just tell you something. Selling animal-related DLCs to someone who loves animals, best way to get money from them. And if you're playing a zoo game, you probably love animals, so, you're gonna shill over all you can. All you can. I don't even use half the animals I have. I spent so damn much on this game. But I don't particularly regret it. We do this first. Oops. Put this in perfectly. Voila. And then we get the regular wall, and then we'll just... Is that all water right there? I'm gonna have to fix that. I don't want half the building to be water. And then we'll make a custom shelter maybe here. Well, I'm gonna adjust this water to be different, actually. Because I don't like how close it is to that. So we're gonna flatten this out. And we'll push, 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 push. And then we'll water. Water. Too much water. Too much water. Nope. Okay, hang on, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Let's, flatten terrain. Here. There. And then push, 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 push. And then, whoops, and then water. Nope. Too much. Too little. Why is it automatically filling out over here? Stop that. Stop it. Is it because of the inside? I have no idea why it's doing that. Can I please get rid of this grass so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing? See, it is not at all an issue, right? But it's acting like it's an issue. So let's completely fill this in. No? Oh, because there's water in there, dumbass. Remove the water. Now, I don't know why I'm having so much issues with this game recently, with terrain and yada yada yada, whatever. This game has just not liked me at all. There. Now, the water should be different. No, it is not different. Okay, you know what? 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 You know. What if I do the water over here? There we go. Okay. The water must be moved, unfortunately. This game is far too picky for me to put the water there. We're gonna make this smaller. That is too small. There, now they have a pond. Okay. Okie dokie. Now, let's see if I can do something actually good with the roof, or, like, if I'm still completely incapable. Like, so, like, sure, yeah, I can put this here, and I can put this. Boom. No. Need to copy it. Copy. Boom. Boom, boom. But then what do I do for this middle section here? Oh, there's a flat bit. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay. I guess I'm just stupid, eh? European, what was that? No, never mind. Just stick this up here. Could you not? I wish I could, like, manually slide it in there, but it doesn't let you when you're editing a group. Let me try just, doing this and then putting them there. Is there any way to, like, easily place down multiple of one item? I know, like, in The Sims you could hold down a button. Okie dokie. Let's, delete you, and then we'll put in you, and then we'll do window. Oh. Oh, they actually have a window thing. Never mind. Hang on, wait. Window. Does the Europe wall have a window? Yes. Good. I think all the walls do, but. And then I need, like, glass, not window. Oh, neat. That's cute. Not really useful, but, sure, yeah, I'll put it there for fun. Something neat. We actually have, like windows we can just, like, slap on here. Right, like that. And then we'll put this here. Maybe we can do door and have, like, an open door if that's even an option. No, not an option. Ooh, neat. Double door. So we could do, like, a side entrance here and then have, like, maybe, like, a double door in the front here, right? To make it look a little more professional. I was wondering if there would be, like, a door without a frame, or, like, just the inside of a door, and then I could, like, I could have it open. Kind of like this door, but, like, an actual. Oh, that's kind of it. Hang on. Let's flip this up. And then we'll rotate it this way. This way would be. And then we can light it into place. I'm gonna need another drink of water in a minute. Rotate. Whoops, not that way. Rotate. Try to do something a little more fun, you know? Like that. And now I have no idea if staff can walk through it, but they probably can. And then we can put down some flooring in here. Actually put in the flooring like this, and then we'll lower them all down after we put them down. Let me get a drink of water. Because I am losing my voice. That's one bad thing about me recording videos, is that I lose my voice very easily. I'm just not used to speaking to people. Or, well, I'm not speaking to anyone, I'm speaking to myself right now, but, like, just, I don't speak to a lot of people in person. Which means my vocal cords are not used very often. So that's fun. Oops, this didn't get moved down with the rest of it. Oopsie daisy. Split. Lower. Do like a taller wall here, and then we'll erase this, or we'll delete that and put it there. Maybe. We'll see if I like it. And if I like doing this and I like editing it and I think it's something that I want to do in the future, my next couple of videos, like I might do some of the franchise or challenge mode, like I might make a franchise zoo, and that could be fun. I probably wouldn't take suggestions on what animals to add, just because like you don't want to add a wolf at the start of a franchise zoo because you're gonna spend all your damn money trying to feed the damn thing. But I would take some suggestions, some reasonable suggestions. But I also don't really like playing that mode in like the challenge or the franchise mode, like in a video. I don't think that'd be very fun because I have a habit of like starting a zoo and then like somehow, some way I'm making no money. So I have to delete it and start over. No, I don't think that's very good for a video. That'd kind of make a video completely pointless. Anyway, let's try to do just like a basic wall, like just a regular null barrier wall, and then or a regular barrier wall, and we'll move it here, 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 like that, you know. And then we'll line this up perfectly with that there. Line all these up perfectly with each other. I'm actually enjoying this, like, speaking in this video a lot more than I thought I would. Cause up until this point, I think the only videos I've spoken in were Minecraft and, like, some GTA ones. But I really didn't like recording. I didn't like speaking in the GTA ones. It just wasn't fun for me. I don't know if it was just, like, a bad day or what, but I just did not like it. But this is alright. I don't mind this. This is okay. Quite enjoyable, even. And it's gonna make my Planet Zoo videos a lot more interesting compared to the last ones where I would just, what's that? 8.9? And I need to go up just a little bit more. If it would like to move, oh yeah, I need to select both of them to actually move them properly. Perfect. But like my last couple Planet Zoo videos were not very interesting because I didn't speak in them. I just played the game silently because I didn't think I would have fun actually speaking in the game, you know. Didn't think I'd enjoy it, but I guess I was wrong. No, we're not gonna do that. That gap's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. Just gonna slap down some more windows. Ooh, looks wonderful, doesn't it? I have any sort of like flower, like I don't know what they're called. It's like window flower things where they like set in a little planter box underneath the window. I don't know if there's anything like that in this game. There's this window box. Yes, I would have to add my own plants, I guess, which is fair enough. There are plants in this game to add, so lots of plants. It is a zoo game after all. That doesn't actually fit on the window. I'm gonna have to manually push it in like that. Like this, maybe. That. And then slide all the way over. And then put you down, and boom. We're just gonna do it in the front. I don't really feel like messing with that forever. Mulch. I know there's this. I don't know if this will actually, like, fit in there or not. Just so it actually looks like there's, like, dirt in there, you know? Otherwise, like, what's the point, you know? It's gonna be kind of hard to see because this is a black thing. I like the sound it makes when it gets put down, actually. Well, that's one of my favorite things about the game, is that when you delete stuff or place stuff, everything makes a different sound. And I always like that. And voila, and then we can pick a flower. Let's do... We're gonna want a European. No, European flower. I have no idea if there even is a flower that would fit in here. But I shall try. That might fit okay enough. It's not really obvious that it's supposed to be in there, but whatever. We'll just call it there, I guess. We could do some... I don't know if I have, like, plant requirement. Like, this is, like, they're definitely not gonna like these plants. I might turn off a plant requirement, actually. I do still stick to, like, when I do turn off the plant requirement for animals, I do still stick to what plants they like. Within their enclosure, except for, like, stuff like this, obviously. But let's do, I think it's Oceania. And I think we bought the, oh yeah, the animals should be done by now, shouldn't they? Did that bitch just jump in the air? What the hell? Okay. Yes, they are. And, I don't know what I'm gonna name the animals. Maybe I will also take suggestions for that. But I don't think enough people are gonna watch this to where they'll also suggest animal names. But who knows? That or I'll just do what I always do and I'll get, a random animal name. Or not random animal name, but just random name generator and put them in there. Or maybe I'll name them all after food. I've done that before. I'm gonna have to move them. I don't think they could fit in here. I'm gonna have to manually move them here. They're not happy at all. And then enrichment, I think, will help. Thing is fine. I have escaping off, so that doesn't matter. They also need hard shelter, which I can easily fix. I need to be moved before protesters show up. I'll put a few benches here, 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 you know, a little bit of something along this way. And then, oh yeah, I forgot, the benches alternate in color, don't they? I forgot. Put one there, put one here. I would like to keep the alternating theme going, and I might also lower the amount of guests that can show up, because I do not want that many guests when I am playing in sandbox mode. I usually knock it down to 500 just to make the whole process a lot smoother. Anyway, here's the emus. Basically we're going to see what type of terrain these guys like. They're fine with those plants, it won't kill them. Terrain. They want some sand, so we will give them some sand. We'll give them some sand on the water. Some sand here and here. And here and here and here. And we'll do some fine sand as well, where they walk. Where a lot of walking happens, I suppose. It's gonna be a little sandy. There you go. Do a nice little sand area there. Okay, cool. Now we need hard shelter. I usually don't take too long building a hard shelter. I could, use the pre-built wooden one, I suppose. Feeding platform. We'll give them a feeding platform. Well, why is it... Why are there... Why is there... climbing platform? Like, I don't think the emus can use this. I see, can the emus use this? No. Can they use this? No. What the hell? There must be another animal with a similar name. We will, sort by fucking species, and it's gonna take forever to find the animal. But I guess emo won't be that low. There we go. Okie dokie, they can use this. Cute, wow, adorable. Actually, we'll put it here, maybe? Can they use it while it's there? Stuff like this is so damn picky. See how, like, the terrain just looks so fucked up there? Did anyone else see that? Okay, can they use it there? No? Can they use it here, where it's completely open? And fine, can they use it here? No, it's kinda ugly anyway. Put that there. We'll put a foraging box maybe here. I think you can bury it underground, maybe? No? Just does not let you do that. Is there like maybe a thing that would prevent that from happening? No? Okay. Oh, maybe it's... No, I think I know what it is. It's you place it down, and then you raise the terrain to... Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. You raise the terrain to actually... No, never mind. Maybe it does... I could have sworn you could, like, bury this under the ground and it actually, like... be... See, but it's inaccessible. Is this inaccessible? Okay, I guess we will not see any of the animals using their enrichment. I do not understand this game sometimes, and how it just will not cooperate at all. Like, that is obviously accessible. Any animal could access this. They can walk over here. I saw them walking over here. But no, not accessible. What if I get rid of the water? No more water. I don't see why that would affect it. And now do you see why I'm playing in, sandbox instead of, regular mode? Like, I don't think there's anything I can do to make it accessible. I don't think there's anything I can do to fix it. And I think in every single enclosure, the stuff is going to be inaccessible. Because it's just simply not possible for me to fix it. Just speaking off experience of this happening before. It counts as enrichment even if they can't use it. So we're gonna go back and, if I even can go back and bring back my water, let's see if we can go back that far. As long as it counts towards their enrichment need, I don't care. Cool, yeah, that's inaccessible. Whatever, I don't give a shit. Their food thing's gonna be inaccessible. Whatever, I don't give a shit. I can shut off their needs, so I don't have to worry about them dying or anything. It's just annoying, you know? I wish the game would actually function. You tell me why this ball is inaccessible. You tell me why. They can walk there most certainly. Let me just check. Wow, look, there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing at all. But it shan't work because this game hates me and likes to see me suffer. We'll give them medium-sized structure. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna bother building one. I do not care enough to. There. Oh, they run so funky. What the hell was that? We'll give them some bedding. We'll give them big bedding. There's a lot of them, so it is a bit useful for them to have big bedding. Then, there we go. Nice and good. And then we'll give them a scent marker here. And then I'm giving them a foraging box because it actually, it counts. That's all I care about. And then the rubber ducky in the pond. Yes, always. And then a pumpkin ball, sure. And then a sprinkler. Wait, no, I like the mirror. Mirror's one of my favorite items for the birds. I like to put it up nice close with the guests so the guests can get a good view of it. And they can enjoy themselves. Let me actually see if their view's good. It doesn't matter, but, yeah, that's an alright view. And then the kids can look down. Kids are shorter, so they can look through the mesh and stick their fingers in and get bit by the emus. Ain't they cute? Alright, time to do some plants. And after this, I'm gonna have to eat. Because I am, like, very hungry. I haven't eaten enough today. And every second, my body is just screaming at me to get food. We'll put some bins in, some dono bins. Just for fun. That's, where are they? No? Donation box? That's not a box, that is a bin. These don't matter. Again, this zoo is not collecting any revenue, but I like it. It's just what makes a habitat feel finished in this game is putting down some dono boxes, and then we'll put an animal talk point. How about, actually no, because I can't link any seating to it, but I can, like, put one on this habitat here. But, whoa! What do you mean they're about to mate? I should have turned off aging. No, I didn't. No. No. No aging and no birth. No babies. I don't want any babies. It's so annoying trying to take care of babies in this game. There's so many of them. I mean, it might already be too late. They might already be pregnant. I hope not. I don't think so. Okay, good. Cannot be reached by keepers. Oh, can keepers not get in here? Wait, pause. That's one thing I did want to check. If keepers could actually get in here or not with this door. Let's rotate it all the way this way, and then we'll move, and then boom, and then boom. No, whoops, that's not where I wanted to actually put it, though. I wanted to pull it here and push it in there, and then bam. Okay, let's actually see if it is a stacked traversable area. Nope. If I delete this door, can they get in? Press play so it updates. Okay, now if I put that back, can they get in? Yes, they can. Okay, cool. So you have to unpause for it to update. Okay, so staff can get in. And they have water. They have a bunch of stuff to play with, and now we're going to do plants. So I believe their climate is grasslands, maybe? Um, Desert, grasslands, tropical, and temperate. They have a lot of stuff you can use. Now, I actually just found this out earlier while watching a video, which inspired me to actually record. You can click here, and it'll automatically apply the animals' plant filters to your search box, which is very useful because I used to go through and manually tick each thing, and I'd often like leave out like 3 of the biomes because I didn't feel like ticking them all, which limited the amount of plants I could use. So this is very useful. And then you can also take the continent. Wonderful. Thank you, YouTuber. I have no idea what YouTuber mentioned that in their video, but thank you because like it's been a nightmare without that. Well, not a nightmare. It was a mild inconvenience, but that's enough to be annoying to me. That's enough for me to be like, this game sucks. You know. It does not take much for me to dislike a game. Not that I've ever really disliked Planet Zoo. It's a very good game. I mean, there is some like jank to stuff, but like that's what you expect. I kind of am okay with that, I guess. A little bit of jank's alright. It's not horrible. Ooh. Oh yeah, they don't have a food bowl, so they're feeding them and the stuff. That's fine. I'll get them a food bowl. Don't worry. I will not let them starve. Flowers. Not buffalo grass, but I don't even know if buffalo grass is an option. No, I don't see it anywhere. Whoa, ghost gum tree. I do like that tree. But I think they have enough trees. And we're getting close to being full of stuff, so I'm gonna, like, pick some non-important, maybe some, like, shrubbery and push it into the ground like that. I mean, it doesn't really matter if I exceed their coverage limit, does it now? Because I can just turn off their plant need or ignore it. I can turn off their welfare and ignore it. I am really a wonderful zoo owner. Don't I really care about the animals? I'm gonna get a different tree, though. Something small. That is not small. that is quite the opposite of small, actually. I would like something. Nope, that's big. Nope, that's big. Tree. There. And then we will shrink her down, and then we will push her up here, and that's still not particularly good. But as long as they can access some of their bedding, I think it's fine. I do believe they can. Okie dokie, and then I'm gonna put some of this stuff out here in this area. Nice, and then we can do some more short grass. Maybe some sand around here. Ain't that nice? Again, I'm not too worried about going over the plant limit. It doesn't particularly matter. I want to get some bracken, though, to go around this tree here. And then that tree's already got stuff going on. And this tree already got stuff going on. And put this back there. For a little bit of fun. Put this here for that. Nice. Ain't that lovely? And then we'll do some tropical... Is tropical rock a thing? No. No, wait, no, it might be. Tropical mossy rock, that works. Hehe, they like the duck. Adorable. I think this is nearly done. I think I'm quite satisfied with this. I think I can call this a wrap. Especially with recording for an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to call it here. I think this is quite satisfying. I think this is it definitely was stepping out of my comfort zone, playing with custom barriers and building actual buildings for stuff. Um, I hope it was at least slightly more enjoyable than my previous videos. But yeah, thank you for watching if you did, and goodbye.